Welcome to the live reaction to Memphis Wrestling episode 209, Super Bout 4, week 3 of 3, the finale featuring the problem Aaron Roberts going head up for the Memphis Heritage Championship, defending one final time against the Gun Show. Boom! Hello, everybody. I am Dustin Starr. It is live reaction time. I am just a couple of hours away from Grizzlies night at the Memphis Hustle, so I'll be on the PA tonight. Yuki Kawamura will be playing. I think Cam Spencer will be playing. There's no telling who from the Memphis Grizzlies will be in the house. Also, the first 1,000 fans get a free Memphis Hustle Grizzlies inspired shirt, and also they're doing a jersey auction. So I'll be there for that tonight. And then, of course, next Saturday is live at FedEx Forum with the Memphis Grizzlies. It's wrestling night, and I talked to Matt Hardy earlier this week. You guys can check that out at Grind City Media here on YouTube. Also, I caught up with Tiffany Stratton and Nick Nemeth just a couple of weeks back, so go check out those interviews. You'll see some clips coming up on Memphis Wrestling, I'm sure. But then also, so next Saturday, live at FedEx Forum, out on the plaza, we will have pregame matches, and then also on the inside at the pregame with Casamigos, we'll have matches as well. Huge main event coming up at halftime. If you go to memphiswrestling.tv, not only can you get those Grizzlies Wrestling Night tickets, but also if you click that link on memphiswrestling.tv, then you can sit with other Memphis Wrestling fans, and it's the closest to the ring, the best view from the band stage for the ring. So check that out. Next Sunday, Matt Hardy is here at Memphis Wrestling. If you can believe that, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers in the history of the world is coming to Memphis Wrestling. It is going to be huge. Tickets are sold out. However, you can still get a ticket to meet Matt Hardy. That's coming up next Sunday at the WrestleCenter, memphiswrestling.tv. And then also you see all sorts of new professional wrestling stars premiering every single week on Memphis Wrestling. If you want that to be you, if you want to be on Memphis Wrestling, if you want to try to chase your dream of making it to WWE or AEW, Ring of Honor, NWA, whatever it is, TNA Wrestling, it doesn't matter. You need to sign up at WrestleCenter901.com. All right, let me get caught up, guys. Rico's in the house. What's up, Rico? How are you? I'm actually coming to you live from the playroom here in the house because there are kids running around everywhere, or at least there were earlier. Jeffrey Dustin says, great show. What's next for the Gun Show? That's a good question. And if I know the Gun Show, like I think I do, I don't think he's going to waste very much time. So I would be interested to see what's next for the Gun Show as well. And it's funny, not even a moment goes by of him being able to celebrate this championship before people are already placing opponents in his way. So just tells you, when you're the Memphis Heritage Champion, you always have a target on your back. But also, what's next for the problem Aaron Roberts? Rico says, two of my favorite wrestling shows, WWE, NXT, and Memphis Wrestling, both that freaking good. Yes, well, I feel like we're getting one step closer to NXT every single time we have a WWE ID official match. Of course, we've hosted two now. One has aired today, Sean Legacy and Sam Holloway. Love it. Looking forward to coming up here in a couple weeks, the WWE ID tag team match. It's a big main event coming up on Memphis Wrestling. And then also Jack Cartwheel is on his way to Memphis Wrestling as well. I love me some Super Sean Legacy. Cappuccino Jones is on his way. What am I saying? Cappuccino Jones is on his way to Memphis Wrestling as well. Cook says, loving that turtleneck, bro. Oh, yeah, man, I had to wear the red because I got the hustle coming up tonight. So glad the stranglehold is over. Thank you, Gun Show. Ben Vanderberg, what's up? Hey, Dustin, how about Gun Show making history, becoming a 3-time champion? Oh, yeah. And by the way, Ben, I love that championship badge that you have. If you want to be like Ben, use custom emojis. Also get championship badges. Also get to see not only Memphis Wrestling First on Friday, but see the exclusive uncut extended version. So shout out to Ben. He is a member. Nadu Tech. Hey, what's up, bro? How are you? Mr. Easy's in the house. Jamie, what's going on, brother? I'm going to respond to your text message immediately after this. Me and Jamie are working on something very special. Rico said, Dustin, not only will the WWE ID prospects are great, but also I'm impressed so far with the WWE LFG prospects. Me too. So I'm going to watch all of these in full. I'm going to binge watch them. I know there's been, 2 or 3 LFG, and Gabe Sapolsky highly recommends anybody that's looking to get involved in professional wrestling. They are telling you exactly what to do. So be sure to watch that. And I know some of you guys are training or whatever, looking to make your way into sports entertainment. Thomas is here. Hey there, Dustin. I'm glad that Gun Show won the title, and also glad to see WWE ID match. Me too, man. Big victory for the Gun Show. It was awesome. The fans loved it. And then also more of this WWE ID stuff is coming up. Like I said, a WWE ID official tag team match coming up. And of course, Aaron Roberts is not going anywhere just yet. So Aaron Roberts will continue his destruction here in Memphis Wrestling, I think, until he goes up to NXT, a matter of fact. And hopefully we'll see him on the Evolve program coming up on Tubi on March the 5th. That's when it premieres. King Meeks, what's up? Great show. Bigger 2025 coming up for Memphis Wrestling already, man. 2025 is killing it. You guys helped us get over 3 million views in January alone. It was absolutely awesome. I don't know how we're ever going to follow that, but we're going to keep trying every single time. White Mike is here. Nice hair. Thank you, brother. Ben Vanderberg, do you have a favorite for WWE ID men's and women's champion? I would love to say Aaron Roberts. I don't want to say anybody other than Aaron Roberts. And then, of course, I got to go with Kylie Ray. She's got the experience. I would love to see Kylie Ray here in Memphis Wrestling. Eddie Kane Main is in the house. 15 months he's been a member of Members Only. Big shout out to him. Nadu Tech says, are you talking about WWE? John Cena lost to Royal Rumble even though he won. I'm not sure what that means, but I could agree with that. Willie says, hey, Dustin Gun Show is the champion. Yes, the first and only 3-time Memphis Heritage champion. I'm going to skip over to Eddie Kane, man, because he just donated $5. Thank you so much, brother. I can't wait to see you next Sunday with Matt Hardy. Tim Grimes carried the mixed tag team tournament. He's good. He makes anybody look good. I totally agree with that. As my Maria would say, Daddy is absolutely on fire. It looks like Zaya Wolf has kind of gone under his wing. And then on the other side is his son, Lance, who is a monster at 17 years old or something. So I think you got a point there. Flex might be done. Just to give you a peek behind the scenes, of course, Flex made his return. He was in a previous rendition of the Memphis Wrestling program, tag team champions with Tim, and also Grandmaster Sexay Brian Christopher. They were the Southern Tag Team champions a couple of times over, and then also made their return to Memphis Wrestling in 2024, I believe. Maybe it was 2023, 2024, won the tag team titles, and then lost them to the LA Hustlers in a Hustle Hard match. We haven't seen Flex since then. Flex is nursing some injuries. Not sure if we're going to see him back, but if he wanted to come back, he's always more than welcome. So we might just see Tim Grind, Zaya Wolf, and little homie Lance without Flex, which I think is really cool. All right, let me get caught up, guys. King Meek says, can Devin Walker be a manager for Gun Show or make Devin Walker a ref? I would love for Devin Walker to do anything at the Memphis Wrestling WrestleCenter. I actually try to get him there quite a bit, but he stays so busy. Maybe Devin can do commentary or maybe do those interviews, pregame interviews. He would be great at that. DeMarcus, hey, Dustin, my wife and I met you at Buffalo Wild Wings at Olive Branch. What's next for my boy Mike Anthony? Mike Anthony is the self-made savage. He's the genetic nightmare. He's the Memphis Wrestling Internet Champion, and he's one of our top guys. So anytime you come to a Memphis Wrestling live event, Mike Anthony's going to be there, and he's going to be beating somebody up. So tell your wife and your family hello, man. Good to meet you, brother. Rico says, I'm confident the WWE is truly in great hands, and let's be real, they're not going anywhere. Totally agree, Rico. I'm a big fan. Keith says, what happened? I missed the first match in the main event. Just heard you say Gun Show is the new champion. You guys catch him up, man. The Gun Show, boom. Cook says, Eddie K. Main is the GOAT of Members Only. Lex says, I just went to y'all's last wrestling match. All right, Lex, man, we got Matt Hardy coming up next week. If you can get you a ticket, then grab one. If not, our next one's going to be on March the 30th. Of course, you can come to FedEx Forum and see Memphis Wrestling live with Grind City Wrestling and the Memphis Grizzlies coming up next Saturday. Thomas says, you heard that WWE have just revealed the championship belts for men and women. There will be a tournament for those belts, and then they'll be defended across the Indies. That's exactly right, Thomas, and we're looking forward to hosting not only the tournament matches, but hopefully hosting the champions at some point. Brody the Rockstar, what's up, man? How are you? Says you guys are killing it. Oh, yeah, man. So I haven't forgot about you. Next week on Wrestling Night, I'm going to send you some stuff. Wish you could be there with us, brother. What's up, Brian? How are you? Rico says those WWE ID belts are awesome. I totally agree. And regardless of who wins it, I would love to have that featured on Memphis Wrestling. Patrick's in the house. Patrick Moore, I'm a bit torn with this because Aaron Roberts is moving on, but I'm not sure if the Gun Show needs the title. I thought they should have put the UWN title on him. Well, they should have put the UWN title on anybody in Memphis, to be honest with you, just because we've been rocking and rolling while they have been trying to get back on track, which happens on February 25th. So that's going to be awesome. I don't think Aaron Roberts is going anywhere. Memphis Wrestling is his home promotion. Um, I think Memphis Wrestling is what brought him to the fight. And I don't think that you'll see Aaron Roberts going anywhere, hopefully, until he debuts on NXT. Um, from what I've been told, that the cast that's on Evolve's television program can still appear on Memphis Wrestling. Not sure where else they can appear, but I am happy to have them. Woods is in the house. What's up, Woods? Thanks again, Eddie Kane, man. If you guys want to submit any donations or anything like that, just hit the little dollar sign. Also, be sure to join members only. You get all these custom exclusive emoji cons, and then you get an extended version of Memphis Wrestling and never before seen interviews. There's new interviews with Psycho Simon and also myself, including a shoot interview where I talk about behind the scenes stuff. Man, for the third time in a row, WrestleMania will be coming to New Orleans. I love New Orleans. That's me and my wife looked at each other, me and Maria, and said, "Hey, you want to go?" It's not very far from Memphis. Can't wait for Tim Bosby to cash in his cup. Oh, that's a good point. So now, after the Grind City Rumble, and we had the gun show face to face with Tim Bosby, looks like we're on a collision course at some time, some place. We're going to get the boss turning in that trophy for an opportunity to win a championship that he has not ever even had an opportunity at, if my memory serves me correct. Rico said, dude, CJ's mother came to fight. Dude, mama money is not to be played with, for real. Lex says, Nick Nemeth was awesome at the last wrestling match. I'm telling you, I've never dealt with a more professional guy than Nick Nemeth, and that says a lot because we handle and work with a lot of really top-class performers, entertainers, whatever you want to talk about, people. But Nick Nemeth was absolutely at the top of this list. Nadu Tech, serious. I'm a big fan of John Cena since my childhood days. Me too. I bought the towel when they were in Memphis. Brody Blader, hey Dustin, if you were to choose an AEW, TNA, WWE, and Memphis Wrestling star to be in a fatal four-way, who would it be? Oh man, I would have to go maybe like John Cena for WWE, Joe Hendry for TNA, AEW, MJF, and then Memphis Wrestling would probably be, gosh, either the Gun Show or Aaron Roberts. That would be a great fatal four-way. That would be all the top performers in each league battling. That would be awesome. Thomas says, imagine a WWE ID Championship match taking place in Memphis. It's got to happen, right, guys? I would love for that to happen. Keith says, I like this new WWE show where Booker T and Undertaker are two of the coaches. Also, Bully Ray is on that show. Mickey James is on that show. Very good stuff. That's LFG. Rico says, hey, Dustin, is there some guys from when you was in developmental that could come to Memphis Wrestling? Yes, I've been in touch with Jinder Mahal. I think once Jinder was released, that first round, probably coming soon. Let's see, Jinder Mahal. I worked with Big E. He's not coming to Memphis Wrestling. Byron Saxton visited Memphis Wrestling. Seth Rollins was there when I was there. Roman Reigns was there. Dr. Tom Pritchard came to Memphis Wrestling. But to answer your question, I don't know that there's anybody that's not a major star under contract right now that I would be able to bring. That's really good. I'd like to bring Norman Smiley. Very good question, though, Rico. Jeffrey says Mama Money was throwing down some serious moves. How long has she been training? I'm not sure, Jeffrey. She's from the Osceola area. And, man, we just have some entertaining stuff coming up. So stay tuned. More Mama Money on the way. Joshua Pet says, I could see Mike Anthony and Tim Bosby making it big to TNA someday soon. Me too, 100%. Don't disagree at all. Tim Bosby, Mike Anthony should be doing this for a living. Willie says, Gun Show and DDT are great champions. I agree. Cultaholic is watching right now. Shout out to Cultaholic. Can't believe Ricky freaking Starks signed with NXT. I can. We were this close to getting Ricky Starks the last 3 months, and I absolutely sent out a message the minute that I read that he was released from AEW and just asked him to come grab a bag of money in Memphis before anything else happens. And literally within 24 hours, he signed the deal. So I did my best, guys. I tried to get us Ricky Saints here at Memphis Wrestling. Rico says, not going to lie, I'm a fan of the name change, but he still is that darn good. He is very good. That was former TNA wrestling announcer Jeremy Borash debut in WWE. I know that I don't know that Saints. Do you watch WWE? I watch WWE religiously. What can you do with WWE, Rico? If I was a WWE superstar, that'd be a dream come true. Absolutely, Rico, I agree. Keith says Ricky Starks in NXT. Things are about to get absolute. B says, how are they going to make Roman versus Rock WrestleMania match? I have no idea. Jason Freeman's in the house. What's up? Thomas, I'm just trying to get caught up, guys. Gun Show finished the story just like Cody did. Brody the Rockstar says he wish he could be there. I wish you could be there too, brother. Let me know when you want to come back to Memphis Wrestling, though. Nemit's got spirit. See what I did there? Oh, yeah. Well, I've got some stories coming up on my YouTube page that I wanted to share about Nick Nemeth and then also Matt Hardy, too. Go to Grand City Media. You can see my interview with both of those guys. Patrick says, let's play What If for a minute. If the UWN title was on one of your wrestlers, would you have kept it in circulation while UWN was on hiatus? Yeah, I mean, I guess. What would you do? Just have it disappear? Yeah, I would imagine that we would. Just like any other championship. Rico says Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H. Oops, sorry, I don't know what I just did there. Hold on. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, Cena, Bobby Lashley, and Chris Jericho are my favorites. Okay. Brody Blader. Hey, Dustin, if you were to choose AW, I already answered that one. I'm trying to get caught up, guys. Dustin, you think WWE has honorable intentions with their WWE ID program? Yes, Robert, there are more jobs in wrestling than ever. The more WWE expands and starts signing more and more people, the more money goes out to your favorite independent wrestling companies and more money goes out to your favorite independent wrestlers. Whether it's a man, woman, doesn't matter. Everybody is getting opportunity. And anytime WWE is handing out money to those who deserve it and those who are trying to reach their dreams, man, you've got to be positive about it because, Robert, there's a lot of people making money that they weren't making before. And then also that puts a spotlight on independent wrestling companies like ours to where we get some of that WWE notoriety. Could you imagine a WWE championship being defended on Memphis Wrestling? That has never happened before. It's never been allowed to, but it can happen because of the WWE ID program. Now, you can't put a WWE World Championship on the same level of an ID championship. But when you're talking about the top independent wrestler in the entire world is a WWE ID champion, and they can come to Memphis and defend it, that means a whole lot, Robert. So let's look at it in a positive way. Thomas says, Brody, Dustin already answered that. Hold on, guys. I'm going to get caught up, I promise. Coming to Memphis Wrestling March 2nd. Can't wait for wrestling night. Memphis Grizzlies. Oh, Buddy Jones in the house. Ghost River Beer. Oh, yeah. My favorite threesome. Lex says, you're a great person. You're one of the best wrestling people. I like 5-star. Thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Is WWE fake? I missed missed Black Dahlia on this episode. Yeah. Wonder if Aleister Black will arrive. I would love to have Aleister Black in Memphis Wrestling. Have you met Roman Reigns? It's a funny story. You guys aren't going to believe it, but I actually helped Roman Reigns learn how to lock up on one of his first days. Joe Friday, what's up? WWID is the best thing to happen to wrestling. That hair isn't real. Big Will most hated it is absolutely real. Peace, Dustin, back again from Toronto, watching Memphis Wrestling fan from the north. I've seen it live. Love your interviews. Thank you, Lion. I really appreciate that. Welcome, brother. Hit that like button. Mount Rushmore of Memphis Wrestling is Rude, Savage, Lawler, and Idol. Wow, Keith, that's a very unique list. Guess Aaron Roberts will be in WWE soon enough. He's lost the title. Eddie Kane Main, stay tuned. I know I'll see you next Sunday at the WrestleCenter. Buddy Jones, I think Gun Show versus Bosby will be looked back as the Memphis Wrestling torch passing moment. Buddy Jones, man, look, what a comment, honestly. Because if you take a look at it, Derek King just retired. You know, guys like Gun Show, Psycho Simon, Tim Grind. I'm trying to think of who else. The veterans on the roster here at Memphis Wrestling. You know, how much longer can they go? So you might be right. Whenever Bosby cashes that bad boy in, if he goes one-on-one with the Gun Show and he comes out victorious, that could be a passing of the torch moment. You're absolutely right. All right, I think I'm caught up. Thank you, Dustin Maria, Memphis Wrestling, for a great show. Thank you, Thomas, for watching it, man. I really appreciate it. Hate you never got a shot at the NWA Championship. I didn't really need a shot at the NWA Championship, guys. I was an NWA Junior Southern Heavyweight Champion or something like that. I'm not sure. It didn't mean anything in that day and age of the NWA, but it looks cool in the record books. I tried to ask David where we would find the new UWN episodes, but no answer. No, I'm not really sure. I hope that we have it here on our YouTube page. I'm not really sure. Again, that's totally up to them. Lex, I wish I could come tomorrow, but sadly I can't because I have softball practice. Lex, it's not tomorrow. It's next Sunday, March the 2nd, is Matt Hardy. You wrestled too. Beast, I wrestled for about 20 years. I was under or not WWE, I was under WWE developmental contract. Also, two-time Mr. Tennessee Men's Physique Champion 2012, 2013. When's T Ward going to come back to announcing? Okay, so Terrence, I'm glad you asked that, Brian, because there were some questions about Maria on commentary and Terrence, and you know Terrence, he is none too pleased that Maria, even though that's her seat whenever she wants it. She can have my seat if she wants it, for crying out loud. But yeah, Terrence Ward will be back on the call next week. He's not happy about having to sit out Super Bout, so we'll see how that goes. But also, my lovely Maria will be back as well, so it looks like that she'll be there. If out of any 3 weeks, she could be there 2 out of 3 weeks. Also, Pete Pranica loves to call Memphis Wrestling as well, and we love Pete to death. He's a member of the Memphis Wrestling family, so we'll have Pete Pranica back. I believe he's going to return to the March 2nd event with Matt Hardy. I think he's going to be on the call as well. In a situation like that, we probably have. Um, I'm not a big fan of the 3-man team because I feel like the chemistry is altered just a little bit. Now, me, Terrence, and Pete, I really do like on a 3-man team, but typically I don't like a 3-man commentary team. I like having the banter that I have with Pete, but then also I like having the banter that I have with Terrence. And then also, of course, my Maria is absolutely hilarious on the call. So there's no telling what she can say. So I feel like that if we do the 2-man teams instead of the 3-man teams, I think we're putting our best foot forward. Plus, Terrence Ward is the best ring announcer, hands down, bar none, not even close, entire Mid-South. So Pete Pranica, an award-winning broadcaster for the NBA, he is a perfect broadcast partner. And it's kind of weird leading him because I'm kind of the lead guy and he's the color commentary guy. And on the NBA shows in the games with Brevin, it's flipped. So I totally get it. And then, of course, Maria, she doesn't even have to prep or anything. She is just hilarious as it is. So anyway, that's a little bit behind the scenes on the commentating. I don't wrestle anymore, Beast. Bring Coco Beware back, Keith. I will. I'm going to bring Coco Beware back. Can I see your matches on YouTube? Absolutely. Just type in Dustin Starr. Also, 5-Star Fan Cam is a YouTube page that has a lot of our matches. Jeff Jarrett, Matt Hardy, Billy Gunn. I mean, the list goes on and on. Jerry Lawler, Jeff Jarrett, rest of all those guys. NWA Southern Junior Heavyweight Champion. Glenn, you're right. There you go. Yeah, Lex, you got to get that ticket, man. They are very, very very few seats. Thomas says Matt Hardy's one half of the TNA Tag Team Champions, one half of the Hardy Boys. Also, I say he's one half of the greatest tag teams of all time. Patrick Moore, how long was the gun show? Has he been wrestling? I saw him against Beef Candy. I don't remember him wrestling Beef Candy. I think he wrestled Levi Shapiro. Bet Terrence was not happy that Aaron Roberts lost the title. Oh, I bet not. Peace, Dustin. You've been to Canada. If so, what part? Doing meet and greets at Elimination Chamber. Lion, I've never been to Canada. I would love to come to Canada. Invite me up. Eli, Elite Combat Championship Wrestling. Hey, everyone. What's up? Big shout out. I have great respect for you, Dustin, and your lovely Maria. Thank you, Thomas. I appreciate it. I got a couple of more minutes on here, guys. So if you have any topics that you want to talk about, anything from today's episode, an awesome last Savage standing match. Saw Gio Savage finally put the nail in the coffin, so to speak, on this big feud that he's had with his former friend and tag team partner, Draco. We saw an awesome mixed tag team challenge today. I love the combination of Zaya Wolf, Tim Grind, and of course, Lil Homie. But then also, you guys getting this vibe check at all? With Seven Cruz and KJ Rocket, they're totally vibing. Also, Mama Money was in action. There was a lot of stuff that went down today on Memphis Wrestling. Alternate between 3, depending on who's available. Levi Shapiro. Yeah, there you go. All right. Once again, everybody, Dustin Starr here. We are live next week, next Saturday, 1 week from today. We are live at FedEx Forum with the Memphis Grizzlies. It's going to be awesome. Elite Combat says, who's your champions at the moment? When's your next show? Our next television taping is going to be next Sunday with Matt Hardy. Also, next Saturday, we are at FedEx Forum with the Memphis Grizzlies. The Gun Show just won the first ever 3-time Memphis Heritage. DDT Diana Taylor is the women's champion. Mike Anthony, the Genetic Nightmare and the Self-Made Savage, is the Memphis Wrestling Internet Champion. And the LA Hustlers are the Memphis Wrestling Tag Team Champions. And, of course, Tim Bosby, the Boz, he is the holder of King Cobra's Cup, so he has a championship opportunity anytime, any place. Beast, look up Dustin Starr, Starr. Members Only is next, Patrick. I'm going to be standing by answering your questions on that. Willie says, wish DDT was on today. Don't worry, DDT will be defending that title very, very soon, and I'm sure it's going to be against Nixie XS. Hopes Moxley loses the title at Revolution. Keith, I'm not sure what's going on there. I just wish they'd take it out of the briefcase. Eddie Kane Main says 3-time champion. Oh, yeah. All right, guys. That's all the time I've got right now. I'm going to be at the Memphis Hustle game tonight at Lander Center. Eddie K. Main, you're not that far away. Come check us out at the Hustle. It's Grizzlies night. Then next Friday, live at FedEx Forum, it is Wrestling Night featuring the stars of Memphis Wrestling. And then next Sunday, it's live with Matt Hardy. So get those tickets at memphiswrestling.tv. Definitely going to start following your product. Have a good one. Thank you, Elite Combat Championship Wrestling. We're going to hit the subscribe button on you as well. So thank you for that. Keith, see you next week. I am Dustin Starr. Say it. So long, everybody. Members only coming up next. Get your questions ready, Eddie King, man. Oh, yeah.